Welcome back to the channel, guys. Let's get straight into today's story. There's a new and deeply troubling twist in Britain's ongoing migration crisis, and it's one that should alarm anyone who still believes in the rule of the law. We've spent years talking about illegal migrants being smuggled into the UK, but now it's emerging that migrants, including those wanted by the authorities, are being smuggled back out of Britain in lorries, deliberately avoiding justice, court hearings and deportation proceedings. This isn't a conspiracy theory or an online rumour, it's the predictable consequence of a system that has become so weak, so overwhelmed and so poorly enforced that people traffickers are now operating both ways across the channel. Britain has effectively become a revolving door, easy to enter illegally and just as easy to leave when the law finally catches up with you. According to reports, organised smuggling gangs are charging migrants to hide inside freight lorries leaving the UK, often bound for Europe. Some of those being smuggled out are believed to be asylum seekers who have absconded, failed to attend court or are facing criminal investigations. Instead of answering questions, facing trial or being deported properly, they simply vanish, driven straight off the country with no record, no accountability and no consequences. Now let's be clear about what this means. It means Britain's immigration system isn't just failing at the border, it's failing internally. People who should be known to the authorities, who should be monitored and who should be facing justice are instead disappearing into thin air, and once they're gone, the chances of tracking them down again are virtually zero. This raises serious questions about how little control the government actually has over who is in the country at any given moment. If migrants can be smuggled out in lorries, it suggests a total lack of monitoring once someone enters the asylum system. No effective exit checks, no real enforcement, no follow-up, just paperwork and promises. Critiques argue this is an inevitable outcome of years of weak deterrence. When people know they can enter Britain illegally, live here for months or years and then simply leave if things go wrong, why would they respect the law? The risk is minimal, the rewards are high and the smugglers are laughing all the way to the bank. For me, what's especially infuriating is that while the public is told the system is under control, taxpayers are funding accommodation, legal aid, healthcare and support for individuals who may never see the inside of a courtroom. Then when enforcement finally begins, those same individuals can simply disappear, smuggled out of a country without a trace. This isn't just an immigration issue, it's a justice issue. It undermines the entire legal system. If someone accused of a crime can avoid prosecution by slipping into the back of a lorry, what message does that send? That the law is optional? That accountability only applies to those who play by the rules? It also raises concerns about national security. Authorities often don't know who exactly has left the country, where they're gone, or what they may do next. Some could resurface elsewhere in Europe under different identities. Others may reattempt to enter Britain again later. The lack of coordination and enforcement creates a perfect environment for repeat abuse. Smuggling gangs, meanwhile, are adapting quickly. They exploit every weakness: ports, freight routes, overwhelmed border staff and inconsistent checks. They know that outbound freight is scrutinised far less than inbound cargo, and they know that once someone is out of the UK, responsibility becomes someone else's problem. The government insists it's working with European partners to tackle people smuggling networks, but cooperation means very little when Britain's own systems are porous. You can't smash gangs at source if the destination remains soft, and right now Britain looks like the easiest place in Europe to exploit, both coming and going. Public frustration is entirely justified. Ordinary citizens are expected to follow the law, pay taxes and accept tough penalties for minor offences, while a parallel system exists where people can enter illegally, avoid justice and leave whenever it suits them. That double standard is impossible to defend. If ministers are serious about restoring confidence, they need to admit what this really is: a failure of enforcement, not compassion. Proper exit checks, real tracking of asylum applicants, faster legal processes and meaningful deterrents are essential. Without them, this problem will only grow. Britain cannot function as a country where the law applies selectively. Justice that can be dodged with a lorry ride is not justice at all, and until this loophole is closed, the message being sent is clear: if you don't like the outcome, just disappear. And that should worry everyone. Thanks for watching, guys. If you want more honest political commentary and don't want to miss what's really happening behind the headlines, hit that subscribe button and drop your thoughts in the comments below.